Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rayhart Rundown. I still can't get used to having this arm.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, what's up?
Yeah, I could just do it down. I could do it probably on the down low here.
There you go.
Just do it on the
We'll
down
get new
low.
arms here soon.
So, last week's episode, hanging out with Carl Remy
and
Tammy Boothby. I don't know if she goes by Tammy or Tammy Lee Boothby. I'm not sure.
We're going to have to ask
I think
her.
it's just Tammy. We just
call her Tammy, yeah.
I'll find out what she wants to be. Anyways, that was a lot of fun. We did have a little bit of feedback already from the episode there was maybe a lot of us talking over each other. But I think that when we were so excited to do the show and we were so excited to do the interview, that I think we all just got kind of ahead of ourselves, and it became less about doing.
It was less of a podcast and more of us just hanging out, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know?
When I went to go...
I tried to ask questions and things of that sort, but it was just... Like I said, I just felt like we were all hanging out.
When I went to name the episode, it was like interviewing, hanging with, chilling.
Yeah.
Like, how do I, So I think I just put it interviewing, I think is what I ended up putting as the name. But, I mean, again, it was less of an interview. More of us just hanging out. But, again, lots of fun. We're doing it again, for sure.
Yeah.
We always have fun when we hang out with Carl. And so we'll definitely be doing that. And aside from the other projects, which if you're on our Patreon at patreon.com/RayhartRundown, you got to hear a little bit about some of the other upcoming projects we have. If you're not on our Patreon, you don't get to know. Sorry about your bad luck. But yeah, so you make sure you check out patreon.com/RayhartRundown to be able to get in on the inside scoop. Not only will it help us do better shows going forward, it'll help us get more interviews with more comedians. And I was saying, bigger, better production.
Yeah.
So check it out, and you'll really help us out.
You all hurricane prepped?
Always.
I was not. I did not hear about... I mean, I heard about the hurricane, but they're like, oh, they don't know which direction it's going to go.
Yeah.
And then I was at work, and then they were just all like, oh, it's coming right for us. And I was like,
yeah.
All right. So I went out at like 3 o'clock in the morning after work, and there was nobody at the gas station, thankfully.
No.
So I just filled up my gas tank. I don't have a generator, so I'm not that... Here's the thing, is that we've been through all of the hurricanes.
Yep. So,
like... everyone's like, oh, limit of 5 cases or limit of 2 cases of water per person. I'm like, I just need fucking 1. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but now it's like I have a dog, so I was like, okay, 2. So now it's like, it's like limit of 5. It's like I'm only taking 2 because that's all I need. Like, I'm not overbuying. It's not like the pandemic when like we ran out of fucking toilet paper. It's like people are buying 5 fucking party packs of toilet paper.
We ran out of toilet paper for a respiratory disease.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like people like freak out, and it's like usually with every hurricane. Shockingly, we haven't ran out of gas because usually as soon as a hurricane is on the way, gas pumps are empty.
Well, I think the fact that the gas prices have been super high and people have been not getting as much gas
That's true.
Kind of helped quite a bit.
But no, I mean, it's just like, and it was like all these people have like just moved to Florida because after the pandemic, like Florida was still open and all that.
Right.
So like all these people, and they've never been through a hurricane. So I feel like it's just chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have no idea what they're prepping for,
Right.
They come from places of blizzards and all of that. So like they were accustomed to that, but they've never been through a hurricane. So they don't know what to expect.
Right.
So they just go above and beyond and like just freak the fuck out.
Right.
And it's just like, and I'm just sitting here like, been here since Andrew. Like, what's up? Like, nope, don't freak out.
No,
you're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Like it was somebody I work with. He was just like, oh, it's my first hurricane. I was like, oh yeah, first hurricane. I was like, cool. It's like hurricane party. He's like, what? I was all like, yeah, you might be out of power for a little while. I was like, he's like, I don't know what to do. He's like, should I be worried? I'm like, do you live in a wooden house? He's like, no. I was like, then you're gonna be fine.
My biggest thing is that I do a judgment call. It's like, oh, it's gonna be a category 3. Okay, bye.
Yeah, it's kite flying weather.
No, as in bye. I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm not hanging out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the category 3 and higher always makes you with power for more than a day or two. They never get their shit together. It brings trees down and stuff like that. So I'm like, that causes people to panic more and more chaos of people that don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave until you all calm the fuck down.
Oh, okay.
That's where I'm at. Like 1, 2, tropical storm, no big deal. But like 3 and or 4, deuces. I did. I told the wife. I was like, I don't know. Find somewhere in Atlanta to book. Let's go. Let's make a thing of it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not leaving.
Bye.
I'm not leaving.
This is a hell of an excuse to get a quick vacation. Oh, I left because of the hurricane. Oh, okay. That's it. See ya.
No. I'm not worried. Like I said, dude, I flew a cart.
You flew what?
I flew a kite through Charlie.
I do not remember that at all.
Yeah, you don't remember that at all? I had a giant, like, pirate ship kite.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't pirate. It wasn't a pirate ship, but it like looked like had all the sails and stuff. Like it was like a huge.
What was Charlie in the 90s?
2006.
2000? No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Something like that.
No, because I was still married the second time when it was happening, and that wasn't 2006.
It was when your daughter was born.
So
it was the same year.
So 04.
04.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had it wasn't a pirate ship, but it like had all the sails, like I said, and everything. It was huge. And I was like, Hurricane Charlie, I'm going to go fly a kite. And I went out in the backyard and threw the kite up. And it lasted maybe 3 minutes. And then that hurricane snapped that line, and that
I was gonna say,
motherfucker
bye.
was gone. I'm gone. Like that, it immediately just vanished, dude. Like a UFO, just gone, dude.
It was like the ship from Peter Pan. It was like, second star to the right, straight on till morning.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like it was gone.
I believe it.
But yeah, man. Hurricanes, I don't know. Like I've stood out in multiple hurricanes, but I mean, I'm like this close to being a Florida man at that aspect.
Hey, I am not. I claim nothing. I literally said I'm gonna fucking leave if shit gets stupid.
No,
you were like, I'm gonna go fly a kite. Guess who's already Florida man?
Yeah. No, well, it's because I don't know. It's just like I'm not scared of hurricanes, but I mean, like,
it's not about being scared.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I know people who like Hurricane Irma and like trees landed through their roof, and they had a concrete house, and they shouldn't have. Like I said, like you don't have to be worried. Well, don't get me wrong. Like shit can happen, you know.
It's not about being scared of what's going to happen.
But that's why, like, I don't own a house. I have an apartment. If a tree falls through my roof, I have renter's insurance, and then they move me to another apartment.
You hope. If there's an available apartment.
There is. Right next door.
No, but it's, again, like I said, it's not about being scared. It's just about it, like, taking the advantage of being like, see ya.
Right.
Bye.
No, yeah.
Later.
I
Quick excuse. Like, we did it in 2018. We split. You were with us.
Irma.
Whatever that was.
Yeah.
We split. You were pissed. I was like, dude, just chill. It's going to be fun. Good times.
Nah, yeah, I'm not worried about, like I said, hurricanes. Like, now tornadoes. That shit terrified me. And there's probably a bunch of people watching right now like, tornado.
I know, it's people.
You know what I mean? Like,
people watching and listening like Oklahoma, like, fuck you guys. You guys have a warning. Tornadoes just show up.
Right. You know, because I remember.
You guys got a week to prepare.
When I was living in Kentucky with Grace and Glenn for like a month and a half in like 2009. And me and Grace were arguing. This is about when I was like coming back because me and Grace just couldn't get along. And
I could have told you that was a bad idea a month and a half before it happened.
So we were arguing over whatever, and Grace left, and I'm sitting there and I'm playing Xbox.
Right.
And I've got the door open because it's Kentucky and it's fucking beautiful out, you know. And like the weather in the middle of the U.S. is just fucking perfect all year round. I got the door open. We're on a military base, and you hear the fucking you know, like a dying cow siren,
right?
And it says, "Stay in your homes. Do not leave. Take cover. hide under cabinets or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck. And I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? I turn on the news. 3 tornadoes had formed all around the base. And they were all coming together to form a super tornado on top of me.
Yeah.
And I've never been through one single normal tornado.
Tiny
Like we
tornado?
have dust busters here that are like, they'll just all of a sudden take your trash can down the street and you're like, oh, God damn it. And then you have to go get your trash can.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. So, like, super tornado? I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of this place.
Oh, you were trying to leave? Even though
No, I was like,
clearly
I was getting ready to fly back. And I was like,
Oh,
I'm not,
you mean like I'll get the fuck out of this whole state?
yeah.
I thought you were saying like I'm gonna get the fuck out of this place, even though the alarm was like stay in your house. You're like fuck you, I'm gone.
No,
I'm gonna outrun Mother Nature.
no, yeah, I mean, it was fucking terrifying. And then they got close, and then they went other ways and just dissipated.
Yeah.
And
There
yeah,
was
dude,
a,
that shit was scary.
There was a funnel cloud, tornado. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't want to say tornado because tornadoes do damage, but they consider like a funnel cloud or whatever. But I have a photo. Somebody, friend of mine, sent me. Actually, one of our Patreons sent me a photo of one formed right outside of Epcot. Like you could see the Disney Epcot ball and then the tornado.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. In fact, you know what we could do here on the YouTube show? Magic finger time and show everybody. Yeah. So it was like, he's like, hey, he texted me and he's like, good thing you're not at Epcot right now, buddy. And he sends me that photo. And I was like, holy shit. No shit. But yeah, it was wild. But I don't blame you. Yeah, no, tornadoes you don't really get a warning for. You're kind of like,
Yeah, it just happens. Which is why I would never move there. Like I would visit again because the weather's nice.
it's like,
and like
yeah,
all of
Kentucky,
that, but, like,
Oklahoma,
everywhere that's
Nebraska,
just like flat.
Kansas.
That's flat with no oceans around
Right.
or no large bodies of water and flat area. It's just like because it's all flat. It's all farmland. It's all like cornfields and shit. So there's no trees to block wind and shit.
Right.
The wind just goes every which way and just forms tornadoes.
Right.
I'm not gonna ever move there. Like I've seen the movie Twister. I'm good. But
Yeah, no. So again, like I said, we're
But-
good. Are we prepared? Yeah, I fucking always have all this stuff. I've got the generator and there's gas cans and all that. It's all. I'm like, it's like, oh, I always already have it.
yeah.
We never end up using it, so I always already have it.
Do
We
you
got
know?
like an entire bin in my garage. It's just like for hurricane shit. It's like flashlights and all that shit.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, yeah.
I just went and bought like 4 candles, and I was like, I'm good.
Sounds like you're gonna have a seance more than you are gonna have a
I know,
hurricane
right?
party.
No, yeah, I got a liquor cabinet that's fully stocked, and 4 candles. That's all a Florida man needs.
You hear that? It's another one of these episodes you're proving yourself wrong, where we talk about, oh, we don't drink, and then you just say, I got a liquor cabinet full of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's been full since I moved in because I don't use it.
Good save.
But it's like Captain Morgan in there is like 8 years old.
He's like retired Morgan now.
Yeah, exactly.
He's Commodore Morgan now. He's not even captain. He's
Commander in Chief,
Yeah.
Captain, or Commander in Chief Morgan. But no, yeah, it's yeah, I'm not worried. I got a case of water. I got
I'm not stressed about it.
batteries, flashlights, candles.
We can move on.
Good.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah. You know what is more terrifying than hurricanes and tornadoes and all of that?
Pregnancies?
Okay, now I don't know which one's scarier.
when you get the text from your girlfriend that says we need to talk.
1 month later.
New phone, who dis?
Yeah.
Anyways, no.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What?
Old people's driving. Bro.
See, but that's limited experience of scary because like there's some places where the demographic is not old people driving.
Okay, well, the demographic here is old people driving, and I almost wrecked my brand new car on the way here.
Because
This old lady was driving into oncoming traffic. And I'm not talking about like how like, oh, like She thinks
Change
it's a
lanes or
two-way.
whatever.
It's a change.
Yeah.
No, dude. 3 lanes, median, 3 lanes. Here she fucking comes. Like, bro, it was right here. The main road by the highway.
Okay. Right now, I'm gonna stop the show and say, where is the dash cam footage?
I don't have
I
the dash
gave you back the
cam
dash
hooked up. I
cam to
know.
hook that shit up for this reason.
I know.
For this exact reason.
I know.
Because you drive more than I do.
And it's not hooked up.
This
yet.
would be
I
the
haven't hooked it
perfect
up yet.
opportunity for the magic finger,
I know.
a drive time situation.
I know. Dude.
You're going to get the pointy finger now. The magic finger. The audience, our peacocks, want to see that shit.
I'm sorry.
So-
I don't have the dash cam hooked up
Now
yet.
you're going to feel
Now I
obligated
have to. Yeah,
Now you
now
have
I'm going to.
Now just because you have to tell us a story and we have to try to visualize some cartoon fucking esque motion of this lady coming down the street,
So,
coming at you.
This main
Driving
road.
what? Driving what?
Dude, it was a red SUV.
Okay,
Like
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So fucking red SUV, dude. And I'm just driving
So-
along or whatever, listening to freaking Stevie Nicks.
So
and-
it wasn't a tiny car is what I'm getting at. She was driving a big...
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I was trying to get at.
And like I'm just driving along, listening to Stevie Nicks and shit, and in good mood, great mood. Just got my water, like for the hurricane. Like I'm prepped now. That's all I needed. I just needed water.
Cool.
It wasn't even for me. I can live off Mountain Dew and hot dogs. I needed water for the dogs.
Got it.
So, like, I'm just driving down, bro, and then I see all these cars in front of me, bro, and they're just like fucking dipping.
Right.
Going over median,
People just dodging out of the way.
dodging out of the way, and I'm
She's
like,
coming
what
down the middle lane.
bro, no, far lane. Like
Jesus.
people were going over the median to go around it, type thing. Like it was insane, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening? and then all of a sudden the freaking car in front of me darts out of the way, and I just see headlights, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me right now, like, bro, It was terrifying. Like I don't even know how to. And she's driving with her hands off the steering wheel, going, ah! Like, bro, like this lady was like 85 years old, just like, ah!
Dude,
Like,
when you were at Costco picking up water, did you pick up some more Kirkland Signature pants? Because I would have shit myself.
bro, like I slam on my brakes and I'm all like, oh my god, and then she stops, and now we're just like fucking head to head, just looking at each other, and she's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, get the fuck off of the road. Like, how do you, what? Dude, it was and then I just went around, and then I went around, and then she pulled forward, and then the guy stopped and did the same thing, and then it was just, so then it became, I was the first one to stop. Everyone dodged out of the way. I was the first one to like actually stop and like
Hang tight, yeah.
fucking move.
Right.
Like, and then so every single time that like we were like this, right?
Yeah.
And then I went like this. She would pull forward, and then the car would go, and then it was just like she just kept fucking going. Like,
She was taking people out one by one.
yeah, dude. And like everybody was stopped, and everyone's like, "The fuck are you doing, lady?" Like, dude,
It's like
it
a
was-
video. It's like one of those video games where it's like next boss versus the next boss versus.
Dude, bro, it was. I'm like, I know I just cursed a lot during that whole skit,
No,
but
it's
it was,
fine.
dude, it
It's
was
fine.
terrifying, man. It really was. Like, just seeing all of these cars dart out of the way because this lady was hauling ass
Dude,
down
seriously.
the opposite freaking side of the road on a main road.
Like
Like,
on a
it was
main
like a
drag?
main business drag. Like, yeah, like it was a 6-lane highway.
Okay,
pretty
tell
much.
me off camera what road it was. I'm curious. Okay, tell me on camera what road it was. Thanks.
Just saying. You can cut it. Just bleep it out.
I probably will now, just because it'll be funnier.
Yeah.
All right
Dude.
then. So there's that.
Dude, it was like right outside of Costco. Should call Costco. Do you have camera footage in your parking lot? Olive Garden, actually, probably. Olive Garden probably has it on camera.
Seriously?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe
We might have to call Olive Garden.
We have to check it out. I might have to put the camera on you for a minute so that I can do this real quick.
That's fine.
No, you could just talk shit real quick, but nobody can see on the screen.
Dude, there's a topic that I have that I really want to talk about, but I feel like I need to wait until we have Carl back on the show.
I'm listening. Do you want to just run over the topic real quick? We can wait. And...
do magicians do magic when they have sex?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, do they just like keep pulling the fucking the cloth?
Just Howard
out of crevices.
Just Howard Wolowitz from The Big Bang Theory.
Just like, oh, hold on, I got a rabbit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they probably do it once.
God, did you come? I don't know. Check your mouth.
They probably do it once, and then they're single again.
I was gonna say, like, I'm just really curious if there's just like, if magicians.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you this. Mark.
Can like, fuck the girl and her mouth at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny.
Like,
but here's the thing. No, let's play with this premise for just
no,
a minute.
because I really want somebody to teach me sex magic.
There's no sex magic. There's
art. Gotta be
no.
Sex
There's
magic.
This. And I'm not going to pull it up on screen, but we're going to talk about this for a minute.
Why not?
There's
Magic
something called
time.
no, I'm not going to magic finger this. There's something. Have you heard of this called the puppetry of the penis?
No.
You've never heard of this?
No, but
it came.
Tell me all about this.
Hold on. Fuck! I found out about it. You were 2 years old. I found out about it when I lived in California, so I was young. It's called the puppetry of the penis. And it's a serious show. It's like serious. It's not like, it's not like a tongue-in-cheek comedy type thing. But it's like, seriously, like these dudes come out, like naked or in like a leotard with like the cock cut out.
So
their dicks out.
So they're
Seriously.
wearing a vasectomy robe.
And and they come out and it's their dick is out. And then they manipulate their dick and balls to make like a goose or something like like a giraffe, or hey, look at this hippopotamus, or they do really difficult shit like the butterfly. I don't know what it is, but it's
look at the bat wing, bitch.
It's wild. You've never heard of this?
No,
you've never heard of this. No, seriously, like you could look it up. It's like
I'm not looking
you should
it
Google
up.
You Google it on your phone.
I'm not. No, why? So that those ads can pop? No, I'm good.
It's literally called, and I don't know if it's still around anymore.
I believe you,
but it's called the puppetry of the penis, and people would go, and it was like a show. It was like an elegant show. Like people would go to the theater. You would go to the theater, honey. We're going to the theater to see the puppetry of the penis. She's like, oh, really? What show? This spring season show? And he's like, yeah, we're going. And you would go. And it was like going to see...
Why did you just sound like Terrence and Phillip?
Because it's clearly a Canadian thing. No. No, they would go, but people would go, and it was very, like, again, it was like going to the theater. It was like that. It was like you would go... I don't know. Fucking you puppetry the penis or Hamilton. Which one do you want to see? I don't know.
Hamilton.
There you
I'll
go.
Choose Hamilton.
Attaboy. No, but it was weird. I remember hearing about it, and it's like it's a thing. You can look it up. It's wild.
Oh, fucking 90s, man.
You're gonna look it up because you're gonna want to see how to do a giraffe. Trust me. You're gonna. If you were listening or watching at home, look it up and see how to do a giraffe. That shit's wild. The giraffe is wild.
I don't know.
The giraffe's not for everybody.
I want to learn how to do magic in the bedroom.
I do not. I know how to do. I learned magic for. You know this. I studied magic for a year.
Yeah, I know. But did you study sex magic for a year?
I didn't think sex magic was a thing.
I think it is.
You just found out about puppetry of the penis.
I think it is. And I think we need to.
No, I think we need
to talk to a comedian. Or not comedian.
Yeah, you're right. We need to talk to all the comedians.
But we need to talk to a magician.
Well, I'm sure David Copperfield is on your speed dial. You should Google it.
I'm just saying. I think we need to talk to a magician.
You think that's what Chris Angel focuses on? Chris Angel focuses on...
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
He's probably the master of sex magic.
He probably is. It's the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
So
don't they have an album called Sex Magic?
Probably.
I think they do.
I was going to say, dude, like... He's just like, as soon as she comes, he just fucking disappears.
That's not a magic trick.
No, that's my magic trick. As soon as I come, gone.
Now you see me.
Smoke bomb.
Yeah. She's like, why are you putting your clothes on? I was just looking for something. Smoke bomb.
That's as,
No,
about,
I
as
don't
far as
think-
my sex magic gets
Yeah,
right
I
now.
don't think it's a thing. But I mean, it's funny. You know me. I'll PD Peacock will pop up on screen and tell us if it's a thing or not. But I don't know. I won't know until I look back and watch this episode. So if you're watching it, if you're listening, I'm sorry, but if you're watching us on YouTube right now on the screen, PD Peacock should be telling us right now, yes or no, if sex magic is a thing.
And if not, I will be the man.
Copyright Rayhart rundown.
That's right. I will be the first to master the art of sex magic. Because I mean, imagine that though.
No, I don't want to imagine it, but go ahead, tell us all about your imagination.
No, I'm just saying. Imagine sleeping with somebody and getting a show with it. You know what I mean?
No,
Like, how impressive would that be? I'm just saying. Like, I just like undo my zipper and fucking bird flies out. You know what I mean?
dude, if you undid your zipper and a pigeon came out, the chick would leave. It's not magical at that point.
No, but like, even
She's like, no, there's animals coming out of your pants. Stop.
Well, I mean, if it was like reverse, dude, like if a girl unzipped and then like butterflies came out, I'd be like, this is amazing.
What if it took too long for you to get her home and like you do it, but the pigeon's dead? Just feathers and dust.
Like, holy shit, there's like all these eggs.
Omelet? You want to stay till the morning? What other cool magic sex tricks would you do aside from clearly birds flying out of your pee hole?
I don't know. See, that's why I'm just like I'm
No,
really
let's make
curious.
something up. Come on, make something up. What else would you do? Clearly, you're disappearing.
Disappearing after. It's a given.
You come, I come. Whoever happens first, that person disappears. Come on, think of something. What else? What other cool magic tricks? Pick a card.
Yeah.
You thought of the pick a card thing. Pick a card.
No, I was gonna say.
Is that your phone
maybe
number?
Sawing her in half.
I don't even know. What are you going to saw her in half so she could watch you fuck her from across the room?
Yup. Exactly.
See what I'm doing with your bottom half? That's weird. It's creepy and weird.
Tell me what you want me to do.
She goes, I can't feel anything. You're like, you're not supposed to. Shh. Ruin the illusion.
I don't know. There's got to be something to do with smoke and mirrors in the bedroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mirrors for sure. Smoke, I don't know until afterwards. I know people smoke afterwards, but I don't know about during. Seems like a fire hazard to me.
I don't know. Saw her in half. Have a, like I said, pigeon or butterflies fly out of.
You want butterflies to fly out of this chick's vagina?
I do.
It would require cocoons in her vagina, which sounds gross. It's just FYI.
We live in Florida. It's all kind of gross.
It's all it's all swampy regardless. Sad. All right, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's a thing or not, and I think there's a lot of women out there, and I can't speak for anybody. In fact, here, let's do this. If you're listening to us on Spotify right now,
and somebody has performed sex magic on you.
No, hold on. If you're listening to us on Spotify right now, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. But if you're listening to us on Spotify, go to the description of this show and scroll down. There will be a poll that says, would you be impressed with magic in the bedroom during sex? Yes or no? That's what it's going to be. We're going to take a poll. We're going to see. Maybe nobody. But whoever listens on Spotify will be able to go. If you're listening on Spotify, you'll be able to go. Unfortunately, I don't have the access. Spotify is one of our main distributors, so I don't have access to do it for Apple or anybody else. But for Spotify, we can do a poll.
I think it depends on but you gotta think about the type of magic. You know what I mean? Because some magic you might be like, hey, pick a card, and then a girl will be like, hey, you're fucking corny type of thing. You know what I mean? There's the corny magic, but then there's like the Chris Angel mind freak shit. You know, oh, do you have a condom? Oh, not to worry. And then you take a nail and just
No, keep going with this one. You take a nail.
But you know what I'm saying?
And
How people put nails in their fucking face
in their
shit.
nose.
You know what I mean?
And you would put it
just do it into oh, there you go. Now it's blocked.
What would you call that magic trick?
I don't the fucking
Jesus Christ, my dick. Hey everybody, take a minute here to talk about Headliner. So Headliner is the easiest way to get captions for your podcast or for your clips. They basically specialize in social media type clips We use them on our clips channel for YouTube, and it's all it is basically just so that you can have the captions at the bottom. So if you don't have to type everything in, you don't want to waste your time to try to get it right or figure it out. Their system automatically does it. And if you're not happy with what they've typed in automatically, you can go back and edit it. Again, for our clips channel, we have specific fonts and colors and things like this that we use that we want on our clips, and it works out perfectly.
Yeah, and right now, all of our fans can get 14 days of Pro for absolutely free. All you have to do is go to rayhartrundown.com/headliner. What is that line, Bob?
rayhartrundown.com/headliner.
You grew up in the 80s.
Yeah, it was fun. 80s
You grew up in
and
the
90s.
90s. Like, the 80s...
The 80s and the early 90s.
The 80s was the most, I would say... Yeah, like the 80s was the most fun for kids. The 90s, I love the 90s. I like the pop culture references, the music, the everything about the 90s. Love it.
But a lot of the 90s...
Love being a 90s kid.
But a lot of the 90s floated off of what the 80s did.
Right. However...
Like from 85 to 90.
However, in the 90s is when you started locking your doors.
True.
Like,
yeah.
So there's that. In the 80s, you didn't ever lock your doors.
No.
Kids, it was just like I saw a meme. I'm pretty sure I said this maybe a few episodes ago, but I saw a meme. And it said, parents nowadays, text me when you're on your way. Text me when you get there. Let me know when you're going to be home. Let me, text me when you get home. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. If I'm not here. Da, 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 da.
Right.
In the 80s, parents were like, bye.
They're like, get out of my house.
Yeah.
Mom would say, get out of the house and go play. And you would just leave. And you're the rule of thumb. And I know this. And you know what? If you're watching us on YouTube, you should like right now when I say this. If you were one of those kids that had to come home when the street light came on, that's what the rule of thumb was. It wasn't like a specific time, but when the street lights came on, you had to go home. You should like and subscribe right now. That's what I'm going to say. Hit that like and that subscribe button. Ring that bell if you were one of those kids that had to come home when the street lights came on. Because I'll tell you right now, you're our demographic. You're who we're talking. You are who Adam and I are talking to.
Yeah.
Because we were those kids.
Yep.
So yeah.
But yeah, so that's the difference between 80s and 90s. It was pretty much the same, except in the 90s, you had to lock your doors. Like, that's when we started locking the doors. And that's when it was like, okay, when you get to a landline, let me know that you're there, and that kind of thing.
You know the scary thing that I saw recently online, speaking of locking doors, was the new thing now, and thank God for Ring doorbell. But what people were seeing is, like, in the middle of the night, someone would come up and put a sticker. Like, I saw somebody put a sticker on the railing of their house, like marking it for some reason, while covering their face. So clearly they knew there was a Ring doorbell. I'm like, what creepy ass dumb shit are we doing now? What thing have we not heard yet? Like, I'm putting up security lights. I'm gonna start letting the German Shepherd out at night. Just let him his ass room do whatever.
Yeah.
Let him kill whatever.
I'm
surprised he's not in here now. He's usually here every show.
Yeah.
He's not now. He's out. I think he's out there screwing around.
Dude, I saw a Ring doorbell footage. This isn't really comedy-esque, but I saw a Ring doorbell footage that this guy's daughter's ex-boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So this girl's ex-boyfriend or whatever, she was like a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Or like she was like, well, I say teenager, she was like 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
Her ex-boyfriend was like, came over and was like stalking her type of thing.
I think I saw this.
And he was like banging on the door like...
Is this what he charged into the house?
Yeah.
I saw it on TV.
Shot him.
Yeah, I saw it on TV.
Yeah. The dad shot him. Killed him.
Yeah, dead.
But because of the Ring doorbell, they saw that it was like...
Yeah, that he kicked the door in.
Kicked the door in. Yeah.
And said, I'm coming in. They're like... And they told him, stay out. I got a gun.
Yeah.
Stay out. I have a gun.
Yep.
And he kicked that door in and he went running in. And that dad said, pop.
Yep.
Done.
3 times.
Done.
Shot him 3 times. And then the kid ran out, crawled over, and died in the driveway.
Don't be stupid.
Don't be dumb. Yeah, don't be dumb. 20-year-old kid.
Well, there you go.
Don't
be
stupid.
Sorry. Stupid.
So
I saw a kid, this was heartbreaking to an extent. The first half of this video, and I'm not going to show these videos. We don't have the rights to them. I'm not going to show the videos. You're going to have to look it up. But there was a kid where that he was running from a bully chasing him. And he was like, it was like high school almost, like 9th grade high school, young high school, right? And the dude was bigger than him, clearly. Chased him all the way up to his door and like was about to chase him into the house. Got like into the front step of the door, and then all you see is the bully like backing away from the front door, and like the dad and the uncle, who are like 3 times bigger than like you and I, just come walking out like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and they just shut him down. Like, just, and it was kind of like the panic you see in the kid running, you feel for that kid. Like, you know, he's literally scared. So when the dad came out, you kind of want the dad to hit the fucking kid. I'm sorry. But you know that moment.
You don't have to apologize to me, bro. Because
no, but
like,
I mean to the people. But
no,
like, but you know what? You know that moment.
Said, you can always get one accidental hit in when you just like. Oh.
But it's that moment. It's like you feel so bad
sorry,
for that.
You
kid
know, you like walking by.
You see the fear in that little kid's eyes. But then, so when the dad comes out, you're like, no, fucking hit him. You know,
yeah. Dude, there was
you should have hit him as he was falling out of the doorway. It'd have been done.
I saw this video of it was once again it was this kid. He was bullying a kid that's smaller than him. This is in Ireland. All of a sudden, kids start scattering, and fucking Conor McGregor comes fucking running up, and the kids just scattered immediately because you've got one of the greatest UFC fighters in the world running up to defend this kid getting bullied. And then the bully was like, "Oh my God, you're Conor McGregor!" And Conor McGregor lit into this kid, like
not like fought him at all, but just like yelled at him.
Yelled at this kid and lit into him for picking on somebody smaller than him. And he even like I believe he even told him, he's all like, "One day this kid's gonna grow up to be bigger and badder than you, and he's gonna kick your ass," type of thing. Like, and made the kid cry. Good, fuck that kid. But you know what I mean? Like it was really cool to see. Like,
I can't, like, I want to say, like, oh, I was never a bully as a kid. There was a moment.
I got bullied.
There was a moment where I was in with the bad crowd, and in middle school probably, and was a part of the bullying bunch. And the part that hurt me the most, I say,
did you bully a kid that, like, didn't? What do you mean? You got bullied, or you did the bullying?
I did the bullying.
Okay. But did you do the bullying on your friends?
Hold on. Right now, the whole audience is like, we know. Bob's an asshole. It shows. Comes through on the mic.
Okay, but did you do it to like some poor innocent kid that you didn't know, or did you do it to your friends? Because like I rip on my friends all the time.
No. Here's the thing. Because the kids I was hanging out with were not friends with my other friends. Does this make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, because
so
we're Rayharts. We're friends with everyone.
When they started bullying those other friends, I was just going along with it. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So what happened was, and this actually leads into one of my first fights actually. When I got away from those two and started not being a bully anymore, it wasn't very long. Like, I mean, it's school life, so it lasts like a month and a half. And I went back to these friends and like was like, "Yo, like, I'm sorry, this bullshit." Like, I tried to be as good a friend as I could to those other friends. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I think one of them actually, I'm gonna call him out right now. I'm not gonna say his last name though. Kevin, you know who you are. I know he listens to this podcast, and I went, "Thank you." But he is one of those ones that I went to and I was like, "Fuck those guys."
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "I'm gonna be."
So you redeemed yourself.
I kind of tried to redeem myself, and because of that, those bullies got their friends to jump and beat me up.
No shit.
Yeah. Out of pure anger. And I took it. They beat the crap out of me.
Dude, sometimes
they beat the crap out of me, and that's fine. And when it came down to it, because this was military school, so it was like you could shut your mouth, but this was military middle school and overseas, so It was even worse. So they were like, the thing is, I could shut my mouth. I could shut my mouth and be proud. Or I could not shut my mouth because one eye was swollen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was only like fucking 9, 10. This is young. This isn't teenager-y stuff. This is like little kid stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was very much like, no. Because the The only reason I got jumped or got into a fight was because I was trying to stop them from beating up another kid. And they were like, oh no, him? Little Bobby Rayhart? No, kick his ass now. And so they all turned around on me. So because of that, I was like, nope. So I freaking, you know me, it was on school property. So they were like, we want all the names. I was like, okay. Just wrote them all down. Passed across the table. And sure as shit, every single one of them got in trouble. I don't know what happened to their father. I know their fathers got, like because in military, like your parents got in trouble.
Yeah, your parents got reprimanded.
Yeah, if you can't keep control of your kids. Anyways, I got off topic there. Sorry.
No, you're good. So what happened to me is that I got bullied. The first time when I was in 6th grade,
mm-hmm.
the first kid that tried to bully me, I hit him
mm-hmm.
immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And
you told the story.
Yeah, I told the story or whatever. And like we both got in trouble or whatever. Dad took me to Disney World.
Right.
It was great. But then I got into high school. And like nobody really messed with me in middle school after that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got into high school. And I was being bullied by the seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I was in high school. I was like 14.
You were a freshman.
You know, I was a freshman. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like 14. And all these kids were 18 years old.
Yeah.
Already had charges because I went to that kind of a school.
Yeah.
So they've all been arrested with like, they were already 18. So they had like adult charges. Not like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like they're going to court.
Right.
Like it's not juvie. And one's on probation and one's, you know, like,
yeah.
like that kind of thing. And they're all fighters. Every single one of them, all they ever did was fight all through high school.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so this was their last resort school, I guess. And I was literally surrounded by them. And they were literally just like pushing me, shoving
on you,
trying to get me to do something. And I literally sat there and took it because I didn't want to get my ass beat.
Because had you had swung, because if they were just shoving, if they were just bumping into you, which is what they would have said,
and ripping into me and stuff.
I know this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
as soon as I swung, they would have claimed self-defense.
Yep.
And beat the fuck out of me.
Yep.
And so I just stood there with my little backpack,
getting jolted
fucking
like a
jolted
pinball
around and made fun of and fucking ripped on and just bullied. And sat there and took it. And I went home, and I was so just hated myself.
You hated yourself?
I hated myself
more than you hated those guys.
I hated those guys too, but I was mad at myself more than I was mad at them.
Oh,
and I think that's what people don't just realize whenever they're bullying somebody is that they're like the kid. Oh, that kid hates us. We pick on him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
No, that kid is upset with himself that he's not defending himself and he's not doing anything about it.
I don't think it's every kid, but yeah.
But like that's how I was.
Right.
You know what I mean? So after that moment, I was like, never. And I did the same thing. I was like, I went to the teacher. I said, hey, listen, like, you weren't here when this happened, whatever, because it was like.
But it was public school at that point. Did they do anything?
He went to the kids immediately and said, leave this kid the fuck alone or you have to deal with me.
Did it work?
He was a cop.
Oh.
He was a cop and a teacher.
Got it.
Like, he was cop in the nighttime and teacher in the day. And so they kind of left me alone after that. Kind of. They left me alone when
physically.
When he wasn't around.
They probably mocked the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I get it.
But after that, I was just like,
for the record, there's such a large. Just let me clarify for people going.
Oh, if they're watching this, for the record, fuck you. Like, go ahead.
For the record, we're not watching their podcast, so
yeah.
But no, just for people to know, there's such a big age gap between us. We didn't attend high school at the same time.
No.
So it wasn't like I could swoop in and be like, my big brother.
No.
Like I was out already having kids and being married. And shit.
Exactly. No, yeah, there's 11 years age difference between me and you. But no, so I was just like, dude, after that all happened, I was like, I don't ever want to feel that way
again. Right. And
so I didn't. I did not care how many. I didn't care how tough. I didn't care their record. Don't give a fuck. If you come at me, I'm going to tell you how it is.
Right.
And if I get an ass beating, I get an ass beating. Guess what? Wounds heal.
Right.
But I'm not going to go and sulk in depression because I didn't defend myself or I didn't stick up for myself type of
Do you
thing.
feel like that's how it was, or did you play the why did they do this to me? I say play, but I mean, like, did that cross your brain? Like,
No, because I knew. I was an overweight kid and kids were mean. You know what I mean? Like, I get that. I understand that. I was smaller than them. I was younger than them. Like, you got to also remember is that I was a smart kid. You know? So I understand why they were picking on me. And I understand that they probably didn't have a good home life. I understood all that. That's why I was upset with myself.
Are you friends with any of them now?
No. Fuck them.
Okay, fuck them. But you see what I'm saying? Like how things.
One of those kids got his fucking arm broken like 2 weeks later in a fight.
Ha. Okay, but aside from that,
so it was just like I always defended anybody that needed defending because I was that kid. You know what I mean? Like that happened to me, and I remembered how terrible I felt, and I didn't want anybody else to feel that way. So I would go around school, and everybody knew. Like, if you picked on somebody in front of me, you were gonna have to fight me, like, or you're gonna have to come at me, like, type of thing. So,
all right, so we're gonna have to wrap it up here soon. But I wanted to do filthy trivia.
Yeah, let's go.
You want to do filthy trivia?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll make this quick because like I said, we gotta wrap it up. This filthy trivia is sponsored by Bubbly Bath and Body. Let's just do that right now. Yeah, let's do that right now.
All right. Well, Bubbly Bath and Body specializes in skincare products that are natural and plant derived. They want to give you a product that you could trust that isn't harmful to your skin.
That's right. And right now, if you go onto their website at bubblybathandbody.com, you can check out the Rayhart collection. This is something that Adam and I
use it daily.
Yeah, we put it together. We got something. You get a big discount for the package deal. You get all of that. But if you use code RUNDOWN at checkout, how much do you get off?
20%?
20% off if you use RUNDOWN at checkout.
Yeah, and you already get another 20. You get another discount.
It's a discount
for
packages.
the Rayhart packages anyway, the bundles. So then you get even more money off.
So definitely check it out at bubblybathandbody.com. But what I wanted to say was that this is brought to you by Bubbly Bath and Body, which we just saw the commercial for. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go. There's nothing more relaxing than a warm bath or dipping into a hot tub to relieve any sore muscles. But can you guess how many people, on average, die in bathtubs and hot tubs each year? It's a little dark for Bubbly, but
it's really dark for Bubbly.
It's okay. Again, we don't have very much bath trivia, so I have to go with it.
How many suicides happen in bathtubs? A lot.
Not suicide, it's just dying on average. So it's just like, it's so relaxing. And their body just goes, bleh.
So relaxing, I'm never going to get up.
Is it A, 125, B, 335, C, 420, or D, 705?
300 and something. B.
335?
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Why do you think that? How did you know that?
700 is too much. 420. Stoner wrote this trivia.
Funny.
And the other one, how much?
125.
125? Yeah. No, shark attacks. People die from sharks, like 25 to 35 people a year from shark attacks.
No idea.
So it had to be, it was more. It had to be more. It was just process of elimination.
Okay.
And then 420. Stoner wrote it.
Fair enough.
So,
with that being said,
not too high, not too little, not stoner.
Right down the middle.
That's right.
All right. Well, that's it. We got to wrap it up.
Yeah, we got to go to the comedy club.
All right. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Peacocks up. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye now.